Hey everyone, welcome back. So let's walk through yet another example of how to use the command line interface coding agent to help you to build your app, test your app, and then to push to Hugging Face for you and go live with it. So if you're already familiar with this procedure, then you can skip the video. But if previously you have not gone through these steps, maybe this video will help you simplify the procedure. So with all that being said, we can share our screen. And first things first is we're gonna go through this CLI package. It's called WYN360 CLI, means it's a command line interface coding tool for you at the tip of your finger. The way I created this is I just went on to Cloud Code and say, hey, I want a coding agent. Please have at it. Go freestyle for me, use your knowledge base, and give me everything that you think is helpful for me. And you just went ahead and did it. So that's why we're here today. We're taking full advantage of Anthropic Claude to help us to do this. So you go to Colab, any Colab, and you open up the folder on left-hand side. Maybe there's like a sample data, something like that. First thing I do is what data do I have locally, right? And it will say, great, I can see you have several data files, yada, 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 so on and so forth, California housing data, things like that. And then I said, I'm interested in exploring the features of California housing data. Let's start with California housing data training CSV, right? Um, that's kind of it, right? I said the first sentence, right? Let's count this. Sentence number one, what data do I have? Sentence number two, I want to export this data set. That's all I said, right? That's all I said. And then it says, okay, you can do whatever, step one, two, three, four, five, right? And then I read about it. I think, okay, let me be a little bit more prescriptive, right? Prescriptive means that I need to give out a plan, one, two, three, four, right? This is where human brain will probably trumps the large language model just by a little bit. The reason is because Anthropic Claude is not designed from a terminal in Colab to Hugging Face, right? Anthropic Claude is designed for so many other places. This is a particular scenario where we have a little bit more information, right? Humans have a bit more information. So I can take shortcuts by simply tell the large language model what the shortcuts are. This is me writing down the shortcuts, right? So let's take a look at shortcuts. This is paragraph number 3, right? We'll keep counting this. The third paragraph that I wrote, I want you to give me a Streamlit application. The app needs to do whatever, 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 right? I don't want a Streamlit application that does everything because that will take forever and you have to pay for tokens, right? I only want the Streamlit app to do something. In this case, I want to explore the features, right? That's the whole purpose of what I'm interested in doing. And the reason I'm interested in doing is because previously I said I want to explore the features. And that should probably be the first thing you do anyway, right? You're not going to know what model to build if you're not even sure what features are in this Excel spreadsheet. So that's why we're here. I'm showing you guys, the personal experience, the personal habit of myself. What are the thought process going through this for me to go there, right? Of course, you can talk to your boss, you can talk to your professor, you can talk to your colleague. But in this case, the large language model just pretty much did it for you, right? Say, hey, you need to explore this, 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 this. Great. What if we just build a chatbot to do that, right? So that's why we're here. And that's how this conversation starts to become an interesting one, right? Okay, so now I am a little bit prescriptive because I know what are the minimum viable steps needed to pull this off. Meaning, you have app.py, that is a Python script to design the Streamlit application for you. You need to have a requirements.py, you need to have a requirements.txt file because it lists the dependency that this application requires. So that's requirements.txt. And then I actually didn't really say much after that because I kind of want to see if the coding agent realize what is the requirements for Hugging Face. So I actually didn't say much here. I just landed there, right? And then it went ahead and said, perfect. I've created a comprehensive CSV chat assistant app for you. This is what I built, blah, 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 blah. And then you can then use this instructions to push it. But then I'm too lazy, right? The whole purpose is the chatbot should be able to do things for me, right? You should be able to just allow me to talk to you. You then go do something else, right? So this here, this you here is referring to the system, the chatbot, right? And that's exactly what I said. So basically I said, great. I want you, the system, to push the Streamlit app to Hugging Face. Of course, I need to give you my username, right? Username is whatever, the name of the app is whatever, secrets is whatever, right? Just like another person that's doing this, of course, you need to tell the person where the key is so they can enter your door of your house, right? Same thing here. I need to tell you what the key is to the chatbot. The chatbot can then push this code to the right location of Hugging Face website. Great. Now it's gonna physically do things. And when it's physically do things, it's running a command on my behalf, which means it needs to ask for confirmation, right? So now it says, okay, command line execution means they're about to do this. This is the command they're gonna execute. And then, do I have your consent? Yes, you do. I'm about to do this. Do I have your consent? Yes, you do. And da 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 da, so on and so forth. You get the idea, right? Consent, 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 consent. Great. Deployment complete. Guys, it's that simple, right? It's that simple. And that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it. That's all it takes to build an app and deploy it. You should only just be talking to it, right? That's the world we're living today. I want you guys to be comfortable doing that. And the only thing that humans still have that still trumps large language model is the shortcut, the planning, the domain knowledge. This still belongs to human, right? This still belongs to human. What are the shortcuts you need to take? How to look? Everyone is just running and kicking the soccer ball, right? There's no specialty there. How do you play soccer ball like Messi? Messi doesn't have three legs, right? Messi just have two legs, just like you and me, right? And Messi doesn't run the fastest. There are so many more people run faster than Messi, right? So how is it that Messi is able to do what he does with so many constraints, right? Look, if you think running fast is a constraint, you can't run fast, then that's not really the point, right? Because Messi doesn't really run that fast, right? And then some people complain, oh yeah, they can't play soccer because they're not as tall as whatever, right? Well, Messi's not that tall either, right? So same thing goes here. If you can't remember Python code, ask large language model. If you don't know how to build something, ask large language model. Do your research, right? That's not the whole purpose here. There should be no constraint. There should absolutely be no constraint. And that's what I want you guys to feel. I want you guys to feel empowered that you can do this, right? And you should be able to feel empowered that you can do this. And that's it, done. We go to Hugging Face. This app is deployed. We just drag that data in here. Boom, starts loading the features. And then this is the information, this is the data set. Sure, you might argue this is ugly. I mean, I didn't say this is pretty either, right? This could be a very ugly application. I don't really like the color. There's all these white spaces that's taking up all the, that's harming the user experience, right? You can make so many arguments against something, and people are constantly doing that, right? Any new software that people come up with, there's always some people that's just blaming things, right? Blaming, criticizing all around, right? That's okay, right? All that's okay. The point is to have a starting point, get yourself to a higher level, and then start implementing from there, right? And then here, at least you have a good starting point. You have data here. You can then start talking to it, right? Show me the first 10 rows, something like that. Okay, generate and run. It will take this API key as an input. It will create a Python code. It will run the Python code against the database, right? And then it will show you the results. Boom, just like that. You can copy code, you can run it yourself, but in this case, it will run it for you, right? No problem. You can then clear it. What are the summary statistics? Let's see. I actually have not tested all this either, right? I'm just doing this live. And boom, there you go. Describe. Here's summary statistics, so on and so forth. Again, this is not perfect. You can look at this and be like, oh yeah, there are these dot 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 in the middle that prevents me from seeing the whole picture. That's no problem at all, right? This is just the first iteration. You're just running this code and you're just displaying the table. And who knows, maybe this Panda data frame package does not display all these information if you have too many features, right? All those things are good points that you can iterate on. Um, so it immediately kicks off a whole nother round of iteration and another software development lifecycle, right? And then you can get your wheels rolling. And once you get the wheels rolling, you can then go on different directions and make the app even more interesting, right? And then this is a good use of large language model because in the old days, you have to figure out what these codes are. You have to type into the Python, and then Python renders the results, and then you look at the results. But based on today's day and age, you can pretty much just export this data by uploading a CSV, and then it will print out the results for you. And you can do all of that by simply just talk to this CLI coding agent, right? So if I go above, we can recount this, how many things I said before this can happen. Sentence number one, right? What do I have locally? That's the second paragraph, right? And then somewhere down here, that's third paragraph, right? And after three paragraphs, the script is done, right? The script is done. All the features are there. And then I say, okay, this instruction is great, but I don't want to do it. You should do it for me, right? I want you to push Streamlit app to Hugging Face. Boom, boom, done. I only type in 4 paragraphs. That should be as simple as it takes, right? That should be as simple as it takes for you to deploy an application to Hugging Face, right? And this entire video that we're talking, I didn't even open up the app.py script, right? The app.py script is here. And then of course, you can also go on to your files. It's in the files as well. It's the same script. The code is here. If you don't like it, you can come to the code and say, okay, large language model, now I want to change this or whatever, right? It will then change it for you. So there you go. Hopefully, this is an interesting episode. Again, I want you guys to feel empowered. I want you guys to take advantage of large language model. All of this can be done in literally 2 minutes. Seriously, right? Please use it, right? Literally in 2 minutes. I got students come to me saying they have to spend 5 hours on ChatGPT. It should not take you 5 hours. It should take you 2 minutes, right? That's the whole point of this video is to show you guys why am I able to pull this together in 2 minutes? And most of that, again, most of that, a lot of haters out there is going to say, oh, you're using AI. No, most of that is human knowledge. Human knowledge knows where to take shortcuts, right? And you need to know where to take shortcuts. Tell your driver where to go. Driver, in this case, is large language model. It will go there for you. But you need to know where to go first, right? So hopefully this video shares some insights with you. Hopefully I made a fun video for you guys to watch, and then hopefully this video sends a message to all of you how to use AI and how to use AI well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.